If nothing else, this is really just a fascinating weather pattern. Now, we're going to get into a little bit of a soapbox about bombogenesis here in just a sec, so stay tuned. We're going to talk about a flurry chance here on the MaxTrack Live Doppler. Technically not related to the East Coast storm, but it will actually play a role in its development. But what we're seeing out there, and again, you might see a flurry come out of this. It's not going to be a big deal. Folks in the higher elevations east, you start getting a little orographic lifting from the hills, and you could put a coating down somewhere, but again, nothing to get excited about. Big picture, again, there's just not a lot here. So what we're tracking starting tonight, it's another shot from the North Pole. Friday, Saturday morning, both mornings, we're going to have a shot at getting below zero again. And again, with basically no snow on the ground, and how unusual that is. Monday, at this point, looks to be, for the most part, a cold rain. But winter possibilities are at least on the table. But we're still 5 days away, so we'll just kind of leave it at that. 29 at the Bluegrass Airport. The air remains remarkably dry. Wind chill is at 20 thanks to a west wind at 10. Your high today actually made 31 after that morning low that came in at the single digits. The moment, upper 20s to right around 30. It is cold out there. What's interesting, it's the same temperature here as it is at Myrtle Beach, both of which are colder than Anchorage, Alaska. And you see what always happens with these tremendous dumps of Arctic air. Western side of the continent, it gets warm, at least relatively speaking, there in Anchorage. There is your pool of bitterly cold air that then drains southward. And this time the drainage has gone all the way into the deep south. So with our weather bug camera, we're taking you to Charleston, South Carolina. And as we do so, what we're going to show you here as we go through the morning, let's hit the foot pedal right. And as we do so, the foot pedal doesn't work. So while you're looking at that baseball field there, because I can go back here and hit the space bar, and when we do that, watch this, because it's worth the wait. That is snow, and a lot of it. Look at that in Charleston. I mean, this is one of the biggest snows they've recorded. And not only is it Charleston, I mean, it's down all the way into Georgia. It snowed in Florida this morning. There are now winter storm warnings from Savannah on up into Maine, blizzard warnings in Orange. There are blizzard warnings around Norfolk, Virginia. Again, an incredible system. Let's talk about the bombogenesis here. You're watching the snow as it came across Florida, now in Georgia, South Carolina, headed on up into North Carolina. With the isobars that you see here, and you see the wind pattern, not many isobars yet. Those are those black thick lines that you see. We roll that into tomorrow. Look at how all of that expands. Look at all those isobars. That's the storm deepening rapidly. That's the bombogenesis that's occurring. This is a blizzard along the coast. That will continue then up in through tomorrow night and Friday. The bottom line is this is a huge storm that by the time it hits its maturity runs from Greenland to the Bahamas. For us, it's the cold air pouring in. But with bombogenesis, it's nothing new. It's a term that's been around for decades. It just got a national media play, and now it's like, oh my gosh, bombogenesis. No, these happen a couple of times a year. It's not that unusual a system at all, except that it did go well to the south. For us, okay, you've got that cold front coming through, and as it does so, the next batch of Arctic air is pouring in, and we will continue to see the cold temperatures, well, into the weekend. For tonight, we're down to 8. Increasing clouds, flurry or snow showers a possibility. Could be a slick spot, but don't expect many. Becoming partly sunny, bitterly cold tomorrow. We're just in the upper teens. We've got shots at 0 coming in for Friday and Saturday mornings. Looks like it may begin as a wintry mix Sunday night, but then change to a cold rain for most of Monday.
Ooh, a cold rain, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Bill.
All righty.